Hello, viewers. This is another moment with David. Today is about issues that matter in our polity in our society. Today, I want to talk about a problem that or let me say, I'm trying to look at the best way to pass the information to the public. There's another problem, or should I say, our Western Boko Haram that we're grooming. Now, I'm not saying that the Western Boko Haram I'm talking about here now is about the agberos and drug abuse usage, the abuse of drugs in our community. It is becoming very worrisome. I mean, the level at which people are into this agbero in Lagos, Ogun, and some other part of the Western region, down to Kwara, is very alarming. Lagos, which has become the center of excellence in this issue, they are too much. You go from Oshodi to Maitu, you'll be amazed the number of youths go to Oshodi down, or go to all this Bariga down to Ikeja, all those houses. It shouldn't be. So this is a message to the governor and the people of Lagos. We need to find a way to curb these things. The rate at which guys are consuming drugs, illicit drugs, all these drugs are worrisome. In the morning you see able-bodied men. I think what government should do, because I will not just, in my program I don't only talk about problem. Before coming online, I would have assessed what are the solutions, how can they channel the energies. And because one of the reasons why these guys are into agbero and all this is because they will tell you that there's no job. So it is the responsibility of government to create jobs. Well, if not creating jobs, creating an enabling environment. And there are opportunities that you can fix these people into. We have arable lands from here to Kogi, millions of hectares if that can be cultivated by these guys. Now, what are the demerits of these guys? The rate at which these agberos are going, this is discouraging youth from going to school, from learning trade, from learning skills. We have shortage of skilled workers. How many electricians do we have? Go and check the ratio of the age of people that are into plumbing, electrician, welding, and all this carpentry. You'll be looking at their age are around 40 something upward. All this 18, 19, they don't want to learn all these skills again because they feel that they can jump to the road, become to do agbero, they can make an average of 2,000, 3,000 naira daily. And if you sum them up, by the time you times this 3,000 times 21 days, and times 7, that's 21,000. Times 4, that is 84,000. And you agree with me that there are many graduates in this country who don't take home 84,000. And when they spend 2-3 years, they might be going on with like 10,000, 20,000 naira per day. So how have you? This is going to really discourage education and skill acquisition. And all these jobs that you are bringing Chinese, India to come and do, these are skills that we should be able to channel our youth to go and learn. It's not everybody that must go to school, the normal school, like maybe go to university or polytechnic. But government must be able to create skill acquisition centers whereby people can learn soft skills and learn some other productive skills that will enhance the economy of the country. You can't continue like this. They are going to become Boko Haram. I'm telling you, right now, people might say they are only disturbing transporters. And if you evaluate it, you realize that these guys have also contributed to the cost of the price of transportation. Because if you look at it, I was discussing with a driver who told me that from Oshodi to Maitu, they pay averagely 4,000. So where is he going to get that 4,000? From me and all those people that are in the bus. And they are growing by numbers in thousands daily. It looks as if Lagos has become a fertile ground for building these people. It is not their fault. Let anybody hear me well and understand. You must look for a way. It's not their fault. They have to feed. They have to clothe. Although most of their top rank this thing, they live excessive life. I'm speaking to all Western governors. If you don't look into this matter, the Western region will be unbearable to live. I'm telling you the truth. You want to build house, these guys will come. This and that. These are the challenges that businesses are having, and we are creating, we are building, we are encouraging mediocrity. Go to any place you want to build house in Lagos or Ogun, these guys will just come and they are so powerful, and if care not taken, government is feeding them. I hope they will not become python that will be unbridled. The agbiros, the omonile, these young guys are taking too much of these things, especially all these ones in the sachet. It's worrisome. Government must look into this issue. Government must curb it. I have been talking about ways at which government can, develop the nation, how it can get Nigeria out of this economic mess. And agriculture is the biggest field that government can kill that does not require too much of skills. You just need little training and some, even mechanized farming. We still need numbers of people, especially harvesting and pruning and all those things. So government need these guys to go to the farm or send them to skill acquisition training 1 year, 2 years, so that they can be productive to the society. I understand that this week the presidency or the federal government is saying they have an agenda to create 50 million jobs in 42 months. You will need to work hard though. I don't see it as a realistic. I'm an optimistic person, but I'm also a very realistic person. With what you are doing, yes, the government is working, no doubt. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is working, but your ministers, your director generals, and the states must work at the same pace and speed with you for you to achieve that. And these are one of those ways you can achieve that, because these guys are making the environment scary for investors, especially for small scale business investors. So government must look into this. They are beginning to harass people with small shop owners. They are collecting money, doing all sorts of things. Some people go to them, say, and this is a begging mentality that was adopted. Let me use the word borrow. Don't let me say adopt. I'm using the word borrow because it is still possible for us to throw it away. It was borrowed from the north, and the north are regretting. See what Boko Haram has become. They fed those pythons, they can't handle them again. I hope we are not feeding our own python to here in western region. A lot of students don't go to school again. Immediately they fail school start, they don't even want to go back. They just go to the road. And look at these guys, they are looking haggard. One day we were going from Bagada, from Oshodi to Bagada. If you see how they busted into the road, they started banging people's cars, asking for money. These are part of things that we must put into perspective. The government must plan for these boys, for this youth. It's not you cannot totally call it their fault. We know that there's a foundational problem. Most of them, their parents didn't train them. And going by research analysis, most of these people are not originally from Lagos. Some of them didn't even grow up in Lagos. If you go to most of those garages, they are either from Ilorin, Osun, Oyo, Ibadan. So, and this thing is not only Lagos. You go to Ogun State, you see them. So I'm appealing to the western governors, the governor of Lagos State, governor of Ogun State, governor of Oyo State, governor of Osun State, in fact down to Kogi and Kwara. Forget, it's not about those are places that these guys are coming from basically, because you need to think about the future. The Igbos are coming here to do business. They are capping away with productive this thing. You see their children, they go and learn trade. Go to Alaba, our own boys, our own youth, Yoruba youth, they are going there to harass them to collect money. Those guys are doing real trade and businesses. So we should look back to the 50s, the 60s, how we have really achieved so much how education has been so valued in the western region. And I hope we can go back and redesign and plot a map that will solve plot a strategy that will reduce this thing at least